this is going to be part of a mini-series where I explain some basic movements and setups for beginners so that they can do things slightly more consistently and get better times, basically. A lot of these setups aren't going to be super ideal, but they're really decent. Like, I still see competitive people doing them and or not doing them and messing them up and losing time. So first thing, this video is going to be over leaky skip and these trees right here. So first thing with these trees is I see a lot of people trying to collect everything and doing things like that, where they try cutting corners and falling off, or just stupid shit like that, or kind of getting those slides, which make it really hard to control Kazooie. So the best way of doing these trees is to always have two of these top leaves perpendicular to you and two of the top leaves parallel to you. What this allows you to do is hold down to collect that, up to collect that, and then you can return to center, and then hit left and then right, and always collect things. Really reliably. You never enter this sliding state that's hard to control, because these leaves basically act as like a solid ramp, and you can do it pretty quick. Alright, that was kind of a bad example because I was falling off. What this means is now the only hard part really on those trees is getting that set up to where it's perpendicular. For this first tree for 100%, it's pretty easy. If you hold R while going towards the tree and then C right once while climbing, this tree will be basically in that position that you want. You can just kind of go like that. Falling off those trees is really slow because you gotta climb all the way back up and re-enter Talon Trot, and so just don't do that. It's better to take them slightly slower and get your setup good. Alright, I wanted to cover those before I cover leaky skip, because there's a tree right before leaky in 100%, or not leaky skip, but pooping eggs into leaky, because there is a tree right beforehand that can screw you up. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this. So from this red X, we now want to proceed grabbing the notes up here and then going to leaky. What I do on these three notes, I like to hold R while collecting them, so my camera is basically perpendicular. I can then either blindly jump to this tree and then hit C left once, and this tree set up perfect. With these leaves perpendicular. From there we can simply jump over here, and then since those leaves were perpendicular, if we stand right in this V and poop 2 eggs, they'll always go into leaky. You'll notice top runners going further back, and then kind of pooping at an angle. If you can figure that one out, it's good, but this setup's really reliable because we have this clear dark V or Y like right here. It's really, really easy to see because this big yellow stone. And then the other thing is we hold straight down, and I've never missed leaky with this setup. The hardest thing is that jump from these three notes over to the tree. So if you're not reliable or not consistent with doing it, knowing where the tree is and doing it blindly, you can always move your camera in this direction, do your jump, and then do 2 C lefts to get it back into this shape. And this won't do anything because we already activated leaky. But let's try that one more time. And that's basically the setup. So it's not too hard. You kind of got to be thinking of what your camera's doing a lot, but if you can do that, it's super reliable. Alright, so we hit the X. gonna rat-tat rap there so that we make it, and then every time. Alright. Thanks for watching. I have plans for several more of these videos. So hopefully, especially for new people, they find it a good resource and will help them get slightly better times. Alright, later guys.